I'm here with Derby Telegraph Chief Football Writer Steve Nicholson. Steve just got back from a Derby County press conference ahead of the Rams game at Blackburn on Wednesday night. What's the team news?
Well, the team news is, as we saw on Sunday, they were unchanged on Sunday for the first time in the season, which was nice to see. But Jeff Hendrick's a slight doubt ahead of the Blackburn Rovers game. Paul Clement told me that Jeff was feeling a bit under the weather before the Wolves game. He got through that, but now today he's come into training, got a little bit of a temperature, not feeling too good, so he's been sent home. They'll check on him tonight or even tomorrow morning to find out how he is, to see if he'll be fit for Blackburn. If Jeff isn't fit, then Paul Clement's not short of options in midfield. Jacob Butterfield has been on the bench recently. Jamie Hansen's on the bench as well, and Chris Baird. So there are options for Paul Clement. And if Jeff doesn't make it, you would imagine possibly Butterfield will come in. What's been interesting about Jacob Butterfield, he was a deadline day signing with Bradley Johnson. Bradley Johnson's really hit the ground running since he arrived and has quickly become a crowd favourite with his performances. Jacob Butterfield's been a bit quieter, different type of player, so we've got to take that into account. But it was interesting, the last few times he's been on or involved, they've kind of started to play him a little further forward, and I think this suits him more. Whereas before he was trying to go a bit deep and trying to get on the ball. Now we're seeing him go forward a bit more and getting in and around the penalty area as well, like Jeff can do. So he's looked more of a threat from that position. It looks like he can influence the game more from that position. So if Jeff Hendrick doesn't make it, maybe we'll see Butterfield play.
And the Rams are unbeaten in 6 games going into Wednesday night's match, Steve. What's Paul Clement been saying about the Rams' form?
Yeah, I mean, he's delighted at the moment. He says that they're still not the finished article by any means. He says we've got an awful lot of work still to do, but they're certainly in a much better position than they were a number of weeks ago. If you remember when they lost to Leeds at home, I think they were down to 19th and they still hadn't had a win. But since then, they're unbeaten in 6, as you say, 16 points from the last 18. They are the form team in the Championship ahead of Tuesday night's games or round the games. So they are in good shape. And he feels, that if they perform like they did against Wolves at the weekend, they can give anybody in this division a game. He also mentioned the word complacency. He's saying complacency is the enemy for Derby, really. It's important that they continue to do what they've been doing well. It's important that they keep improving with their confidence and their consistency, which they have done. And we know they've got a good squad. This squad is more than capable of finishing anywhere in that top 6. And it was interesting on Sunday that they've got so many good players that one or two might not have. I can have a bit of an off day. I mean, on Sunday, Tom Ince, he won the penalty, but he wasn't as involved as we've seen him in previous games. But they've got other players who can step up and deliver on the day. So they've got such a good squad. But as Paul Clement says, they've got to continue to do the basics well. They've got to continue to work hard. And if you do those two things, then the talent they've got should shine through.